Show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorgat, Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA. Getting geeky with you. And we have a hell of a crew with us today. First of all, from Riz Plays Games is the Riz.
It's me. I haven't been on... It's been a while since I actually been on AwesomeCast.
It's been a little bit, hasn't it? It does.
Wow.
I appreciate that you popped in.
I've actually
here.
been on more Wrestling Mayhem shows than AwesomeCast.
What? Well, I mean, considering that's what you kind of started with, I think that makes a little more sense. Hey, you're a little breathy there. You might want to check your position.
We're a
little
breathy.
Poppy, a little breathy. Don't talk to me now. What's that?
Is that better now?
Now you're echoey. Pull, how about halfway? There you go.
How about now?
There, that's good. That's good podcasting.
Riz,
Also,
right there.
good podcasting. Another fellow podcaster with the iPhoneography podcast. Dave Potters is with us.
Hey there. Yeah, joining the three guys with beards.
What is this? Wait, what is this shot you're doing? What is this, like, juxtapose? Are you showing off your wall of medals over there?
No. I'm hiding the mess behind my head.
Oh.
But it just so happens that I have my wall of medals right over there. Yes.
So artistic. I got a mouse in front of your face, though. I got to fix that, though. So, hold on. You're going to hear a noise when I do this. There it is. Now we're going to fix it. We're going to move the mouse. Oh, the mouse isn't moving. What is happening? And we're going to fix it back. Professional podcasting. Anyways, let's get right into it with our awesome things of the week. And you know what? Let's just go with, like, Riz, you were really super excited about this one you came up with right before the show.
I'm not really super excited, super shocked it hasn't been brought up yet. So I actually have a few.
Okay.
And as you can see, I'm still posting.
What are you doing? You're still putting stuff in the doc.
So
it's awesome thing, not awesome. I'm writing a
blog.
Well,
what that last one?
That last one fits us.
Okay, we'll continue. What are we looking at here? Let everybody else in on the joke.
Like I said, I'm surprised nobody here has brought up the phenomena of what is the new safe TikTok trend that is the Roll For series.
Okay.
Pretty much take a D20, take D&D dice, roll it, have a list of things, and make a monstrosity of a thing. It started with Adventures in
What?
Ardia,
Yes.
which is one of the bigger, which is the biggest roll for series out there.
I see a
He
lot of.
does roll for Sandwich.
Uh-huh.
See, he's got a couple million. He's got a good amount of million view videos and 2 million
Yes.
followers.
So of course, AwesomeCast is right on the edge of finding that new star. But honestly, I came across this stuff maybe a year ago, or maybe it was during like the whole lockdown thing, where they were trying to get, like, somebody was trying to get famous on TikTok, and here he is, 100 and some episodes later, eating strange sandwiches. And that sparked into Podner actually mentioned this during the run up to the show, roll for pizza, which is also a very good one, because who doesn't love pizza? See our sponsor, Slice on Broadway, for the best pepperoni pizza in podcasting.
This is Frog's Tea on the.
Yep, Frog's Tea. They are really good content creator as well. There's also roll for barbecue, which honestly is shockingly one of the best ones I've seen. That sometimes he does other things as well. So yeah, that one.
Oh,
yep.
And Michigan Barbecue Addicts.
Yes, Michigan Barbecue Addicts is is one of the bigger, and he's one of the ones that actually responds to people, like who comment and everything. So he's an awesome follow as well, and he's, as you can see, he makes some awesome barbecue stuff. And last but not least, this is for everybody here. Rothzel on TikTok does roll for wrestling, where he just finds wrestling he first finds wrestling. He goes by company, then he goes by year, and then he goes by show or pay-per-view, and he runs down and he picks a match from a list, a category, and it's something different each and every time. And it's either a good, like, I think one time it was ECW with Jerry Lynn and referee Danny Davis.
Wait, so what is he doing? Is he reviewing the match?
He's
watching the match?
Yeah, he's reviewing the match while it pretty much. Well, not while it happens, but after it happens.
Yeah.
And he's just going over with what his thoughts are. So honestly, it's one of the things if I was a content creator, that would probably be one of the ones that I would try and do. I don't know what I would do. I'm not a good cook. I would burn down the place. But yeah, that's one of the, I have not stopped watching roll for sandwich or roll for pizza or barbecue. There's roll for milkshake. There's roll for shots. There's actually one that is just roll for dice. And actually I have one here where they roll a D20 to make your chunk or D&D dice or any sorts of dice that you need. And it's a pretty cool concept, and I totally recommend watching some of these come through. Like they're and it's also very fun whenever they roll like really, really bad.
Well, that's the best part, when someone rolls bad. Yeah.
But Avengers and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off again.
No.
I was going to say Avengers and Ardia, his number one hatred is ketchup.
Yeah.
So he has one of his sauces is just a vat of ketchup.
Ugh.
It's just, and he was adding it on the live stream at one point. He was just putting in more ketchup, and he was. But yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Oh no, I was saying I opened up the TikTok app and I just started roll 4,
Mhm.
And the first thing that came up was sandwich, pizza, hot sauce, barbecue, burrito, ramen, sushi, cereal, ice cream, and pasta.
Okay. I recommend like if you're I'll do another one. If you're not that if you're not that into squeamish stuff, then roll for cereal is for you. It's very tame. It's a very tame type thing. There's not really that much.
How can you screw up cereal?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He actually rolls for Tunes and Tunes, which is Saturday morning cartoons or listening to music while he eats cereal. So it's kind of cool too. Cereal time if you're not familiar. But yeah, I mean, also there's roll for taco, roll for shots, or roll for drink, roll for I can go on.
And this is more TikTok trend. That's the thing. 'Cause I think I watch more content on Twitter, TikTok than like created meme stuff like this. So like I don't do that. Like
too.
I know you do the duets and stuff like that. I know I've seen Tina from the Mayhem Show do it. I see you do it, Potter. I'm just not into that stuff. But I watch a lot of comedians do crowd work. To be honest, so on mine and wrestling and stuff like that. So it's very interesting and what to do with ChatGPT, I guess, and tech stuff. So, but no, this is definitely something that I'm going to be adding across the board on my TikTok account, on my personal one for sure. So that's awesome. So go check that out. We'll have the list of all those accounts, at least the ones that you have listed here in the doc. I know you mentioned a bunch of other ones. We'll have those listed in the show notes.
Oh, there's also one that's rule for dust bath. And it's for chinchillas.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. You just said a moi.
And I'll post that. I didn't mention them, but I'll
put anything like that in the doc, and I will try to translate that to the other things. So, Butter, what is? Oh, speaking of, this feels like a role for follow up.
Yes.
Your article.
Yes.
This is your awesome thing of the week.
Well, awesome as in
awesome,
unique and different.
Isn't that clever?
Exactly. It's like, well, no, we have to say it right, since we were just talking about TikTok. Everyone's so creative. It looks so differently different.
That looks so creative.
Yes.
What is it?
It is Skittles and French's, the mustard people, getting together to have limited edition mustard flavored Skittles.
What is happening to the food industry right now?
They're running out of. Roos does this all the time. You're like, if I want an Oreo, I want an Oreo.
Yeah, like
I do not want. Now it may taste good. I'm not saying it doesn't taste good, but I do not want red velvet Oreo. I don't want lemon flavored Oreo. I want chocolate with the white cream and maybe a little extra white cream for double stuff or the mega stuff. And we get for Brimley looking at us, telling us diabetes. But they're just throwing stuff that literally it feels like there's a giant wall and there's grid and you're like, splat. They're like, oh, mustard Skittles. There we go. That works.
There you go.
I'm sad.
I don't. This is cool. So we just did. We just did a bit for a client where they did the Bean Boozled, the jelly beans, and some of them taste like sweaty
farts?
socks and stuff like that. It didn't go well. We still have the rest of the box in the back here. I know somebody did try it when they rolled a Nat 1 during D&D for Top Rope Tabletop.
Oh, that's an amazing idea, actually.
Mikey Montgomery, I'm sorry that I left those here. They made you do that because I don't think you did well with that. So,
I hate to say pro wrestlers have eaten worse.
That is true. That is also true.
Yeah.
But
the other thing I want to mention, something that already happened this past weekend, was Picklesburg.
Oh, yeah. The concoctions local. I saw. Yep.
Oh, now I did not eat. I went down there. I didn't eat much because I'm not one to stand in line for a half an hour plus.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For a deep fried pickle.
I heard the lines weren't that bad this time.
Oh, they were.
I went on Sunday and they were bad.
Oh, I think so.
You're right, Sorg. They weren't that bad. They were probably worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
I've never been.
Oh no, it was fun. It was fun to go down. It was a lot of food, a lot of people, a lot of pickle related stuff. I was just looking like there was the official merch area, and like, oh, it's inside. Maybe and then you see inside there's lines wrapped around to get to the outside, and there's a line on the outside. I'm like, that's okay. Now the one line that wasn't, now like I said, there was deep fried pickle, there was pickle hoagie, there was, you name it, they did it with the pickle. Now one thing that wasn't too bad that I actually posted a video of for our friend Chachi. Let's see if I can.
Pickle iced tea. Turner's pickled iced tea.
You got one too. All right. I'm keeping the bottle. I did wash out and I'm keeping the bottle just because it wasn't that bad. Honestly, if you like dill pickle, it wasn't that bad. It was just lightly flavored. It would be nice if they would have had a sugar-free version, but it was hot and I walked a lot. So now the one neat thing here is on the back, it says made with Pittsburgh Pixel Elixir. You can pick that up at a store locally. So if you really want to have pickle flavored drinks, a little pricey, but you can go get your Pixel Elixir and add it as like a chaser, add it as a mixer to your favorite beverage.
Wow. Wow. Well, enjoy those ideas.
They did, wait, I will say this. They did also have, it wasn't Slice on Broadway. They did have a pickle pizza. $8 a slice.
Woof.
I rather try making it on my own at home. You know, make a pizza and just put pickles on like part of it. But it was, imagine a pepperoni pizza with pickles instead of pepperoni.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Now we have that in our minds. I got a constructive one, awesome thing of the week here. And partner, this is good because I wanted to go over this with you anyways because I think I might be kicking this your way. So somebody, I was listening to Twit and they're like, oh yeah, we have AI programs to help us make clips for TikTok and stuff now. I'm like, excuse me? So I went in and did a search and found a ton of them, right? And I was like, okay, what are these? You know, some of them looked like they were enterprise solutions for like, you know, high-end sports and things like that. So I was like, okay, these are a little more enterprisey. But I did find one that was a little lower end. That seemed like the right thing. I'm paying $10 a month for this thing for like 20 hours of videos that we can do. But this is called Content Groove. So the idea is you're going to inject your video, let's say the AwesomeCast, and then it's going to go through, transcribe the entire thing, and then select potential clips for you. So especially if you're doing something that's more of an informational video, it's going to do a pretty okay job from the look at things of kind of say, okay, this section's a nice clip, this section's a nice clip, and do that kind of thing. And it does have tools in here that you can kick out, crop, make the vertical, 19.6 I think it is, for TikTok and everything like that. Put captions in there. Now I just want the clips and be able to pull it out and put it into CapCut to do what we do there, because there's certain tools in CapCut like the filter word deletion, detection and deletion, and plus all of our templates are over there too, right? So, but still, I know, partner, you have a history of doing clips for us for this show, as well as you're still currently doing them for Fishing Without Bait. And this is not to I want to make clear, this is not to replace you. This is hopefully to make you be able to do more with your time that we have you allotted. So the idea, here's how it looks like. It was a little odd last year. I don't know, just because there's this weird side conversation, but it did, here's last year's, there was something about imagine if games where you can hug, when we're talking about the haptic vest. And the nice thing is, okay, we kind of talk about it here, but the real, I see that the real important part of the story is down here. So I can take this lever and pull it in and make the clip longer. dynamically here,
Hmm.
right? So I can actually go in and go and land this, like I want to land it on this word, and now that clip is that word, and I can click down, it'll process it and download it, and then now I have that video file already clipped out for me to do whatever I need with. If you go back in here, and I got a couple things, let's see, don't save. I thought it was really nice, and this is what you'll be interested in. So I did upload the latest Fish Without Bait, and yeah, already we had a great conversation about social media with this girl Mallory that does some great artwork on Instagram, and you know, she's somebody that you know, she's in college now and or graduating college and you know, has grown up with social media, you know, doesn't know a life without, you know, the internet, basically, right? Like we have. But I think it's really nice. Like what a child sees when they open social media. Like there's a nice little clip there. You know, they're not terribly long, nice 19, 30-second clips. And like these are kind of perfect for the TikToks and things that we're doing. So it's done a lot of that work. Plus the thing is transcribed, so you can go through this and see any other keywords that pop out of you. And I don't know, Connor, if it's easier for you reading it versus like having, because we, you know, obviously we've already had transcriptions because of YouTube transcribes everything. It's just taking that and turning that into the sentence. Like, okay, it's this marked this time, so now we have to go there. Now it's all in one place. It's tremendously affordable. $10 a month for a service like this is pretty great, honestly. If you're doing more than 20 hours a month, there are enterprise solutions. I put quote marks around that. So I know last time I had to talk to a company about enterprise solutions. It's a little out of my price range, so that we were heading up against. So this is something especially we've had. You know, of course, you know, people come and go and trying to do clips for shows, but even the people that help us, for me doing it, if I have to, like this is going to take a lot of that time away. And it's not perfect. It's absolutely not perfect. Maybe it doesn't have everything, but also like if you're going back, man, we had this conversation about this. Oh man, like I'll never find that is usually been the thing for me, right? I put a couple clips from Mayhem show, like me talking about video production. Because AEW had a big satellite outage during a show a couple weeks ago. And I looked, I was like, that's something I would have never thought to go back to, but because this caught it and brought it up to the surface, that's been really good. Now, sometimes, like some of the transitions, it captures as clips, it seems, when we're moving from segment to segment here on these shows. But generally, like I've been really happy with the results. I think it does step us a few steps forward, and hopefully that means we can get a little more done in promoting the shows.
Yeah, and I did notice that it does allow you to search text.
Yes.
So if you were something that you like, sorry, if you remember, like, oh, that, remember we talked about, because this happened to me when I was like clipping Mayhem show. Hold on, this camera got a little messy there.
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
Yep, no, that should be a little better. But it was it was like doing Mayhem show was like a 2-hour show. It's like I remember, let's say Zeke talked about blah. It's like, okay, when did it happen? I think it happened an hour and 5 minutes into the show. Well, I'm scrolling and I'm watching and I'm cut. No, it wasn't there. Where is it? This would be like, oh, we talked we talked about this. Boom. It's like, oh, we're done.
And this is something, you know, how many times, you know, for me, for 10 years, and I'm worried about myself here now. You know, I'm giving interviews, and I have to watch through the interview, and I do a process of whittling things down. There's another one of these. It's not this one, but there's one that was based, like I've seen several services that like inject the video, does the transcription, and literally you edit the video by editing the text. So let's say the one that I saw, I think it was like Pictory or something. It was like, this is great for Zoom calls. Don't tell my clients. Where you go in and you literally, it transcribes, especially if it's just some talking heads, how like this show, you can just be like, take this, let's take out this section, boom, 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 transcriptions in front of you. You're taking care of tossing the captions. boom. That's incredible. Now, obviously, if you're doing some more professional editing with things, you're going to want more control in doing it in a Final Cut Premiere. But for the general, I need to get something on social media that happens these days. If you're a lower end company, kind of bootstrapped kind of thing, this is really nice. This is like the Canva of clip editing. So I'm really appreciating that. This is, I plugged in another one I just plugged in, and we did a walking tour with Jim over on Fish Without Bait. And I was really impressed with the clips that I pulled from that so far. I just put this up like an hour ago. So you can upload the things. It seemed to have problems when I was uploading the shows from last week, the AwesomeCast Mayhem shows. But it does have an option to import directly from a link. You could actually, let's say, and actually this might be a good thing for our friends at a game, their MB and his MB, sorry. But their channel, their YouTube channel is all their episodes, let's say. Or something like that. Actually, they might have clips. I can't remember. But let's say your channel is all like the long form AwesomeCast, the long form podcast that you do, and you want to put clips up. You can plug it in to automatically capture anything that comes out to your channel. So let's say you're a gamer or something and you stick stuff in there. I did plan to play with it and throw pro wrestling matches in and see what it has. It's based on the text and then the action, so I don't know if that really translates well. So it's in there, and Dave, when you get in there, you can poke at that a little bit and see what you. It's like one match I threw in there. But it could very well be something to help you out with that. Because I don't see wrestling matches with subtitles, right? Nobody's doing that. And I wonder if this would be something that would step you towards something like that. So I think this is going to be. I feel like this is one of the tools or tools like this that are going to help us because this is a problem I've been trying to solve for years. Is how to surface this content, and it's been manpower, and now we can focus on this, and then like focus on other parts of getting the content out there. So it's efficiency at this point, right?
Yeah.
So
and it definitely looks like it's something that works better on the desktop versus a mobile solution.
Yes, there are apps for it.
Oh, okay.
There's a downloadable app for Android and iOS for this. So you could go in and just do everything on your phone. I haven't played too much with that, but it is definitely there. I pull it up and all my clips are there. Actually, here it is. There's a quick look at it there.
Okay.
So it does have the clips, it loads the video, and you can do all the exporting on your phone as well. So it's actually really intuitive for that. And depending on where, because some people are making all their content on the phone, and
right.
So this is actually fantastic for that. Like there's that, it's still loading the video for some reason, but still, like there was the clip.
Yeah, I was able to log in, and it is running a little slow for me. So I don't know if it's on their end in terms of what's going on. So
it's the AwesomeCast bump, baby. It's AwesomeCast bump. So
overloading the circuits.
Overloaded the circuits, baby. But no, if that helps and that gets some more content, some more quality content out there that helps people find the shows that we're doing or whatever you're working on, I think it's called Content Groove, and you can check out at contentgroove.com for more information on that. Like I said, it's about you can actually try it out. I think it's up to an hour video and so many clips for free. So you can just sign a 1 hour video, and they'll hold on to that video content for 90 days. For the $9.99 per month, you can upload 20 hours of video, and the retention's ongoing. And then if you need to go up beyond that, API access at scale, shared team folder, all that stuff. They have a very specialized situation for you. So go check that out. It is, it is weird because there's not a lot of social media. Like I don't see any. They have a blog, I guess, intersection and ChatGPT. So like talking a little bit about their processes. So, contentgroove.com. Check it out. And you can also check out this show is at awesomecast.com. You can subscribe to us, all your favorite podcast places, and we are here live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with our crew of Mayhemers. And also give a shout out to our friends, AwesomeCasters. Mayhem Awesome. Sorry, you guys are Mayhemers as well, so I'm confused. You're awesome Mayhemers is what you are.
There we go.
There you go.
Very nice.
You know how it's Barbenheimer?
That's your Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
I do have tickets. I was talking about I have tickets for Barbenheimer tomorrow. I keep want to call it Barbhausen. But I also have a root canal. I have a root canal at noon. So this will be fun. This will be a lot of fun. And I'm doing Oppenheimer then Barbie, by the way.
Ooh.
But the Oppenheimer is not in the comfy seat theater because of
Oh
timing.
no.
Yeah, so I'm concerned. I'm a little concerned about
Hmm.
this, but because it's like 3.5 hours, dude, and I'm having trouble getting through Watchmen: The Ultimate Cut, which is 3.5 hours right now. Anyways, that one's happening in segments. Also, I've been a little bit sick, so I haven't been able to stay awake for more than 2 hours at a time yesterday. And also thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/awesomecast that are supporting the show, including our friends at the Coffee Club level, Matt Weller and Cynthia Klosky, and at the fan of the show level, Michael Fedor, John DeGore, and Dave Podner, spouse of Ruth's Jewelry Affair at DruceJewelryAffair.com. Yes. All right. My voice is starting to go. You can help me afford some cough lozenges at patreon.com/awesomecast. Podner, you have a couple of stories in here. Let's go ahead and poke at a couple of those. I guess we can do a little bit of social media corner here because I think it is going to lead into some unawesome things of the week here. I'm going to call it awesome because it's hilarious when we get to it. But let's talk about your thing first.
Okay. So this is because everyone has to do everything.
Uh-huh.
TikTok is adding text post.
Yay.
So just like Instagram stories has text post. Yay. So the idea is when you now go up, you'll have camera, upload, and then text. So you can add text, basically it's Instagram stories.
Sure.
It's an Instagram story, which honestly, I don't mind. First of all, everyone's going to copy everyone. That's the nature of media of tech. But I don't mind it because there are people who I follow. There are TikTok people that I follow. There's Instagram people I follow. There were Twitter X people I followed. And I've tried to overlap just in case someone gets banned from one service to another. But honestly, there's a different vibe to each service, so I really don't mind it per se. Also, is it TikTok kind of putting a thumb in the eye to X.com or X Twitter X or
the
X
Twitter.
X Twitter. It probably is.
X-Twitter.
It probably is, which I don't particularly mind them doing that.
Well, I think everybody's kind of pushing that. Everybody's going to be like, well, we got text posts over here. I don't know what that looks like generally for you. Like, I don't even know where that really posted. Oh, it just posted as like part of my feed, I guess. So there
it just
is,
posts like
and
normal.
that's it. So when people flip through, my text is one of those. Did I spell weird wrong?
No.
Oh, okay. I posted this video technically. So there you go. What is it? What did it put music to this?
You can.
Well, I think it did.
It did automatically.
Use this sound. Okay, whatever. So there you go. I don't know how effective that's going to be. I guess people can get creative with it, but I mean, all they did was make you the ability of doing the text without putting a video in. I feel like some people would put
do that.
bullshit behind stuff anyways.
There's some people who do that anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
like I've seen, like even before that, I've seen people just post like a black screen with words on a TikTok before everything happened. So it's not, that it's not that revolutionary, I guess, for TikTok. No. It's just dipping their toe into things, and it's fine.
Plus, it's built in.
Yeah.
So that makes a difference in terms of it's not something that is you have to, hack something or jerry rig something. It's something they build in. So it's trying to make it easier for people to post and one less reason to go to that other network. Because now you can have text updates and they just go right in your feed. And unlike Instagram stories where, the stories are up there within a day, they're gone. Yeah, they're not in your feed. They're in a different location. This is just in your feed.
Yes.
But I don't really see that being like a really big thing, because I know there are some big name creators that have both Instagram and
Mhm.
TikTok, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
use both Instagram and TikTok to gain followers. And it's like now people who are on TikTok are going to be using Threads and Instagram stories and Instagram and TikTok text talk tech whatever it's called. And it it's a pretty lateral move, if not slightly up.
Mhm. Well, and of course, this is a response to everything going on with Twitter. I love every time something weird happens to Twitter. I hear a related story about how Mastodon signups have gone up again. So Twitter is now apparently X.com. It's very confusing because, and some of our colleagues over on our Slack, our behind the scenes Slack, were talking about this today. So it would seem that this seemed like a happened in the middle of the night Saturday night situation that Elon. Oh, I got the wrong thing on. That Elon was talking about this, and then it happened, I guess, right? So it hasn't happened anywhere else. My Twitter app is still my Twitter app, but if you go to twitter.com, it is X in the corner instead of the bird.
And if you go to x.com, it will redirect to Twitter.
Yeah, so it's not even like taken over. It's just kind of there, and then I understand the about page is interesting. Hold on, where Twitter about page? I heard about this.
It's weird.
They said it was strange. The logo is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
the bird is everywhere.
The bird is everywhere. Like they had the flashy animation on the about page. Hold on, let me reload this so we see the bird again. Show me the bird. It won't do it now, and now it won't load. Yeah,
there we
go. So one more tweet. Like there's the bird, but then there's also the X logo going on here.
It's a weird scroll. This
is the about page.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Twitter for good and all this, and and also I'm always iffy on this because you say you're here for free speech and stuff, but we delete people that piss you off. You know that's
that's funny.
Healthy conversation, civic integrity. Oh my gosh! They said this. It's much more cringy than it used to be. Because you go to twitter.com. It's our homepage. Here we are. Yeah, I mean it's black. So and then I didn't share this yet, but I have a problem with this because I don't know if do you guys have a social media folder? Might be because stuff. Okay.
Yeah, you mean on your phone, right?
On your phone, you got like a little folder that's just your social media or something like that.
Yeah.
I want you to draw your attention to the upper right quadrant of apps that I have here. Do you see a problem when Twitter changes to the black X? That's going to happen here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're on audio, I have right beside Twitter Threads, Patreon, and TikTok. And if you're not familiar, those are black and white. Or white on black icons, to the point where literally going through my workflow today, I kept losing Twitter because I don't have a blue bird to look for anymore. So again, this is just kind of the maddening stuff. I feel gross every time I see it. I don't know what I'm supposed to call it anymore, and it adds to the confusion. And there's a whole diatribe by the CEO that make like we're going to do everything with this, and it's what we've heard before from Elon, that X is going to be messaging and breakthrough video communications, and it's all just like a lot of people are calling it a slideshow from Succession. I haven't watched it, so I don't get the joke, but I need to apparently because everybody talks about it that I listen to. So I mean anything like this that shakes like confidence has got to be an interesting conversation with advertisers. I mean, every time I go to Dunkin' and I'm literally staring at the thing that they tell me is discontinued on their board, I shake my faith in Dunkin' Donuts. Give me that damn tiger latte, you assholes. But yeah, exactly. So like that's what happens. Starbucks never does that to me. They're consistent. So that's the thing. So Twitter, at least like you know what you're getting with these other ones, or you're willing to try another one. Hey, Mark Zuckerberg has never knowingly slapped me in the face with their decisions. It's usually on the back end. So I'm gonna go to Threads. You know, that's what that is. So and that's why Threads is what it is right now. So I mean, we'll see. Supposedly there was a drop off in usage, but still.
Well, I mean, there's going to be a drop off in usage just because you have that initial spike with everyone using, and then there's going to be a drop off.
Absolutely.
How much of a drop off? But the question is this:
are people still there talking?
Well, not only that, but they're still rolling out features.
Mm-hmm.
Like today, they rolled out basically the For You page, the following page, which I haven't gotten yet on Threads for whatever reason. And they're going to roll out, additional things. And Threads does feel like look what our competition's doing. Roll this out now. Yep. But boss, it's not ready for another 2 months.
But still,
they're shooting themselves in their foot. Get it out.
I don't think they're shooting themselves. The fact that it exists and there's a promise, I think, has been enough, right? To shake everybody up a little bit and give Facebook a little bit more, and it's a happier place to be. Okay, do you want to go AR or AI for the next story?
AR.
Let's go AR. Let's go AR.
AR.
This is something that popped up last week. Google and Taito. Taito? I think it's Taito.
Sounds like someone who should be in the G1.
Oh shoot. Yes, it does sound like someone in G1. Anyways, they have done a Space Invaders. Let me get the right computer plugged in here. I'm swapping to HDMI as we go. I need a bigger switcher in the studio is what I'm discovering here. But anyways, they have an AR Space Invaders game on Android and iOS. This kind of slipped out under the radar. It's called Space Invaders World Defense. And I got to play it. I had some downtime before we did our show in New Ken on Thursday, so I went out on the street. The nice thing about this is you're not walking around. You literally have to stay in place. It gets mad at you if you don't stay in place. And oh no, what I clicked something. Hold on a second. Let's go back to my video. So you're there and you turn and it tells you to go look for the ship and it tells you to follow it. It gives you arrows to let you know where things are going to be. Oh, my thumb's on the camera. And you start your first mission. And you go, and oh my God, there's a giant space invader in the sky! And it's a tap to shoot kind of situation. Oh, there's a power up, no, there's another guy up there. There you go. So I thought this was very cool. It overlays on top of everything. I think it plays very nicely. It's not a run around and do things kind of thing. I probably looked like an idiot on the side of the street, but it's okay. They're just wrestlers.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of those guys are in their wrestling gear outside. Yes,
exactly.
So it's fine.
And it was very interesting because you play through this level and you hit the portal, right, like this, and then you play a game that's like not AR at all. For part of
that just texted you, Sorg. That was weird.
Yeah, that's from whoever was texting me at the time. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Riz, why'd you send me the number 69 during this? 47. Jeez.
This was during. I'll explain later.
Okay.
Off air.
I don't remember. I'm sure it made sense at the time. So it's a pretty cool game. I like it. I'll probably play it in front of the studio and look like a goof. So go. And also, you have to be outside to play this game. It won't let you do it indoors.
What?
I tried. Yeah. Yep.
Ugh.
So, outside. I'm not gonna play the Space Invaders in the winter, I suppose. So, anyways. But yeah, no, cool. It's Space Invaders World Defense. Go check that out. It is free. I don't even see any upsell or anything on it as of yet. So check it out. So there was going to be a Witcher AR game? Microsoft shut down. It got closed down.
Really?
There's one called Monster Slayer that they were working on. There's a Minecraft AR that got shut down in 21. So,
that was. I don't think that was
Niantic's
ever
laying off employees. Wow. Okay. So there you go. All right. What else do we have here? Podner. You got a lot of stuff. In here. Podner, pick one of these stories.
Okay, so let me do
Grease or EV?
Let me do the EV.
Okay.
So
Eevee?
EV. So
Not the Pokemon?
not the Pokemon, not the Pokemon, or not EV from Wally. EV as in electric vehicle batteries,
Mm-hmm.
which having extra the batteries when they degrade enough, that could be a huge issue. Because these are not just something you like like regular batteries that are cheap and you shouldn't really throw them away because there's heavy metal and everything. But there's valuable things in those batteries, even after they're used up and they really can't hold a charge for cars.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, the way recycling works is they put them in a big box, they ship it over to China, and a company in China does who knows what.
Is that what this shipping container is that we see in the picture?
Yeah. I think that is it, or that's what happens with the batteries as they're trying to move it. So right now, as part of the Inflation Reduction Act, basically, if you get right now, the Inflation Reduction Act says, well, if you make electric vehicle batteries with material from other countries, you can't get the tax deductions, the tax write-offs, because they're trying to push made in the US. But if you make it with material from recycled batteries and it's recycled in the US, you get those tax benefits and subsidies. Okay. So now there's people saying, well, we'll take these batteries made somewhere else, we'll tear them apart, recycle what we can, use this, and we'll put it into new batteries. And that's covered as part of the Inflation Reduction Act. Okay. In terms of saying, oh, we have this plant here that will take old batteries and recycle them into new batteries and use the material. So now there's US factories being built in multiple states that are making it, so they're trying to use up they're saying, oh, we'll take your used EV packs and we'll recycle them and we'll put them so we can then make them into make them into new batteries. And this stuff, the part, like say, lithium, cobalt, nickel, these are things that are really hard to mine. And mining's nothing against people doing mining, but it's a dirty, nasty job. Mm-hmm. And if we could say, hey, instead of, doing the mining, we can say, hey, we already have these parts and, the lithium, the cobalt, the nickel, and the other part, we can just kind of take it out of here and reuse it again, because that isn't being used up. So you have more things happening here. And the European Union is also looking to do its own things similar to this. So this is incentives pushing private industry to build things and recycle, not for, the good of our heart, but we can get money off of this.
Mm-hmm. Money is always good.
Money's always good, yeah.
That's good. Well, I've always said, there's enough money in all this. The problems are going to get solved, right? Mm-hmm. So that's where the will and finding the way is going to come in here. So, no, I think that's great. So, awesome. So, dead EV batteries turning into gold. I'm happy about. I don't know if I've talked about the Intel NUC on here, right? I got a NUC 9. Mm-hmm. I think they're up to the 13 now. Intel, and these are great things. It's we put them in a rack, and that's how we're doing our graphics, video graphics, and everything like that. They're really good for portable things, but they're also labeled for video games as well, like just a Mac Mini that'll play your PC games, right? But again, you can use it for just about anything. So Intel had announced a couple of weeks ago that they were actually discontinuing the NUC program. But thankfully, Asus has swooped in, and they made a deal with Intel that ensures the future of NUC mini PCs and opening up some intriguing gaming possibilities. So Asus is going to continue the program for the mini gaming form factor that started with them. It's very the very cool thing about the Nux is the like all the components that is the computer itself is basically a card, and that like that's why the form factor is so nice and tiny, right? So if you are if like you could replace hypothetically that piece and have like that's your computer in the same case and everything like that, right? So I've been working around these for figuring out some implications. I'm glad to see the program still going because I think this is what we'll probably go with for the near future because the software we have is PC and not Mac, so we're going to keep doing that for the time being. So no, and I've been really happy. I mean, we've pushed this thing pretty far. The projects that we would do that would have stretched the like some other hardware that we've had, computer hardware like old MacBooks and stuff. It did well, except for we were in the heat, to be quite honest. So I'm very happy with that. So good to see that's going to keep going, and we will see where it goes from there. So yep.
You really have sold on me getting one of those soon.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do with it?
Video game store.
Just video games? Yeah. I mean,
Video
that's
games.
the thing. You can put, and it's got a pretty nice size slot. I don't know if you can get like a giant so the one I have is the Nook Extreme. And so it's only I think it's a 9th generation Intel, so it's not the newest generation. So it is a little behind.
I mean, you run whole productions on that thing.
Yes, you've seen what we do on there. So I'm not the entire production. We're just pushing the graphics and some video playback. I am going to look, Mike, Riz Sorg. Sorry, on Thursday nights he's been designated Riz Sorg, by the way, for some reason, by our people. I am going to kind of poke with it and see if it can also do instant replay on the same machine.
Nice.
But the worst case is I will purchase a second NUC to do instant replay exclusively. I think maybe the thing. So like I kind of like the idea of splitting those components. The system we got through the E2A set has one, and it's a full size PC with a big NVIDIA card and a Blackmagic card in it and everything. I'm not really crazy about that idea. I like the idea of separating the things, and this is this, boom. We're not, conjoining those things as hard. And I think it gives you a little more control over it. That's my impression of it. People may disagree. I don't know. I also haven't executed yet to really have a good impression of what we're doing with that yet. So, but that's the idea. I like the idea of separate components in these things. Because if one thing fails on your big computer, everything your computer did is gone, right? So that's my biggest concern with something like that. So Intel NUCs, still a thing. Glad they're going to stay alive. Investigate them. And Asus, I'm sure, is going to do some very, very cool. Asus is going to do some very cool things with them. So, yep. All right. Well, hey, let's give a shout out to our friends before I get out of here. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza, New York City style. Yins are made. I know they'll be down at Taco Mania happening in Southside Works this Sunday. And of course, they got, I don't even know how many locations these days. Go check them out. Did I hear they have pizza tacos now?
They probably do.
Riz, I thought you told me about that.
I did not tell you that.
Okay. SliceOnBroadway.com. Ask them about pizza tacos. Or you just taco your own pizza.
If it was Rustford, I mean, pizza can be a taco.
Pizza could be a taco, just like a hot dog could be a sandwich. Dave Potter,
Cereal is
Prof Pod on the social medias for the most part.
Yep, pretty much everywhere except for the TikTok. We're on Prof Prod PGH.
Wherever we end up, right? So,
exactly,
yes.
Exactly. I followed Dutter's and yours advice. If there's a new social network,
get it.
I'll sign up for it. I'll put my name there. I may never do anything on it again. Forget it's on my computer, on my phone, but I'm there.
When everybody runs over, you don't know. You never know. So, and of course, Riz plays games on most of the social medias.
Y'all remember Google Plus?
Yeah, I miss Google Plus. There's some fun times with Google Plus. Yes. Too bad they didn't keep going with it, man. like I think they would have had a second reckoning with this last few years, right? If they just kind of stuck with it, you know, it's not worth it to kill something so early.
How's Plurk doing?
Plurk's it's still around. Hold on,
Still around? Yeah.
hold on. Let me log into my Plurk account and.
Is Plurk like making better? Is it making?
I mean, I don't know.
Bank
I
right
haven't.
now? Is it?
I haven't seen what Plurk's been up to lately. No, let's see. I can log in. Yep. Okay, got it. There you go. Still there.
That just looks.
Still there. We got spider webs on it, but that's okay. Last login was in 18 or oh no, 22. 22.
Okay.
That's the last time I was curious about Plurk apparently. So there you go. Thank you, everybody. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.